All right, guys. I want to welcome back to this episode. I want to draw your attention to something extremely important in the market, and that is, um, oftentimes we get so carried away. Um, we get so carried away with the lower time frames and what's going on in the lower time frames. Oftentimes, never even looking beyond the daily time frame for most traders, and they never get to see the long term play of what is actually going on in the markets. And in this episode, we are going to look at USDJPY, and then we want to see the exact picture of what is actually going on in the markets. And from last episode, if you remember, we talked about the market always going back to revisit the highs and, of course, revisit the lows. So you want to be in line with the big guys who are playing this game. You want to be in line with the big boys who are actually playing this game. So now, looking at this um, bit of price action here that I have on my screen, you can see I already have everything marked up, and that is so that I can save enough time instead of just starting out doing a fresh analysis in front of everyone. I want to save enough time, making the video. So let's get straight into it. Now this is USDJPY. Okay, if you notice, we have a high all the way here from 1998, right? That is the high. We have a high all the way from there, and since then the market started pushing down, pushed down, created this low, and pushed back up, didn't create a high as the initial high from here. And remember, I told you that whenever you see the market making lows, we always expect the market to push down and retest those lows. As you can see, we had the market coming in to test these lows at this area here. So we always expect the market to retest the lows. And now, let me draw your attention to something. Now, if you push back, you see we have a low here created in 1995. Now, looking at this low here, you would naturally think that the market would never ever come down here again. But look at what happened. We pushed down, we played and played until we came down to test these lows again. The market will always test the lows, will always test the highs. Now, let's get rid of that since we're not just I just needed to show you something, but let's get rid of this. So now, looking at recent price action, what do we have again? We have a high that is yet to be tested all the way back from 1997. Now you see the guys who got in here at the level here, believe it or not, there are some people who have been holding their positions all the way since 2012 that this low was created, and they've been running this market down. You see the market had a very long bullish push and then went into this corrective phase. You see this corrective phase right here. We have been trading within a corrective structure of this whole entire impulsive leg. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my mouse. Of this whole entire impulsive leg all the way from this level. So we've been trading within that corrective structure. Now, after a corrective structure, what's the next thing we expect? We have a high all the way from here. Now, I expect the market, I'm not saying the market is going to do that ultimately, that I must do that, but I expect the market to push back up in the long run and retest these highs. Now, if you go down to the lower time frames, you start to see things a bit clearer. You go down to the lower time frame. This is the weekly time frame, which is of course where most retail traders will naturally start their analysis, using this bit of price action here. But you have to look beyond what the market is showing you at the moment on the lower time frames, because take it or leave it, the guys who are making money in this business are actually doing this on bigger pictures, and they trade in line with the bigger picture. You have to keep the future in mind. Now, we look at this. You see this first landing here, you see, and then the market has just been making this, and now we're here. Now, what are we doing there? You see, if you drop down to the daily time frame, that is when you see this price action for what it really is. Now, you see this price action here. I was looking for a buying opportunity to hold my trade all the way to retest these highs here, but unfortunately the market pushed back down. You can see we are getting back that bullish push once again on the market. We are getting that bullish momentum coming right back up. So what I'm expecting is, I'm expecting to see the market come right into the zone, and then we get a sell-off all the way to here. Now, when you start to see a major sell-off, then you must realize that the sell-off is a very, very long wick on the monthly time frame. The market has to fill this wick here on the monthly time frame. Now, if you're trading support and resistance, you could look at this as a key level in the market. Those of you who trade support resistance, you can see it agrees with the support and resistance strategy, which of course I used to kick against, but these days I don't kick against anything. Like whatever it is you're trading, as long as you're profitable, just trade that way. None of us has 100% win rate in the business, so whatever it is you're trading, as long as you apply proper money management and risk management, you'll do well in the business. So you can see this, and that will give us a 1, 2, 3. Now we're expecting the third touch to happen at this key level here. And when we get a key level here, the price action that will happen around this zone here is what will determine how far we're going to push in the market. So you can see that the market is setting up nicely. When you see the market doing certain things, when you see the market pushing up in a certain direction, it's not necessarily the market could just be setting up to go lower, or it could be setting up to go higher, or it could be setting up to continue. But from what we have here, the market, you could see the market maybe push up from here all the way and break through and then keep going. We don't know. But I believe that we are going to come to this zone, touch this parallel channel for the third time, and then ultimately push down to fill this monthly wick here, to fill up this monthly wick here. And then from that point on, we'll start looking for buying opportunities on USDJPY. So you can see that. Now drop down to the 4-hour chart. When we drop down to the 4-hour chart, you start to see the price action for what it is. You start to see the whole, the whole entire thing. Like I was trying to show you on the daily time frame. You see this whole level here. You see the market bouncing up, and bouncing off right again. So at this level, maybe you could come down here, take a position somewhere here, stops right below this zone. You could target the highs and not be wrong. And how many percent is that? See, it gives us a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. You can see that if you had taken that trade there. I'm still looking. I believe the market is still going to come back down and touch this zone. I'm most likely going to take this trade. So I believe the market is going to come back right down and then touch that level excuse me, to fill up some orders, and then we'll be getting long from that zone. So that is what this whole thing is all about. It's about not just being stuck up there on the lower time frame, being stuck down there on the lower time frame, and never ever paying attention to the bigger picture of what is actually going on the main thing, the big picture of the market. And that is what the big boys are looking at. So I just needed to quickly show you guys something very interesting on USDJPY. And this is a pair I'm going to be keeping on my watch list for a very, very long time. We're going to be watching this, and we're most likely going to be trading it all the way. So you have to keep tabs with me on this one. And please, there's a free Telegram channel link in the description. Be kind enough to join the Telegram channel. Free chat and analysis, free trading signals. That's what actually goes on in there, and we just grow together and learn together as a community. And please don't forget to like the video. It helps with the algorithm. It tells YouTube that people are enjoying our content, and it helps to put our content in front of people. So please like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.